All right, what are we talking about today?
Joe Thornton, maybe?
What do you want to know about Joe? What
well,
you haven't heard already?
Well, just what's it like to come back and be a part of this type of game and see all these old faces again? I know Marlo last year.
Yeah, I missed Patty's last year, or was it 2 years ago? I missed it. So for me, this is the first time seeing a lot of old faces. It's been awesome. We had a great pickleball day yesterday. Obviously, we're all here to celebrate Joe, but we're here to celebrate each other. And I was here 6 years. We had a tremendous 6 years, and it's like family. It's just like seeing these guys like yesterday. It's amazing. It's been great.
How do those relationships just kind of pick up right away?
Absolutely, right away. Like we're cracking jokes from like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years ago, and it's like it was yesterday. So amazing group of guys.
Who won pickleball?
Well, there was a lot of us that were 6 and 7 and 1, but somehow Jumbo and Tebey were in the finals. So I think it was rigged and fixed. So I don't know who won, but who should have won is probably me and Seto and Jason Demers were probably the top guys. But none of us got to the finals.
What's a favorite Joe Thornton memory?
Oh God! Well, him and I were fortunate enough to win the Olympic gold together. So I know him never winning the cup is something that like bothered him, or not bothered him, but was often talked about.
Sure.
So I was very happy for him to win the last game, if you will. So for me, that's probably my favorite memory playing with Joe. But I was here with him 6 years, and he's just a different man, and I think he's a special person.
Was there something special about his emotions after you guys won the gold there? Anything you remember about?
I don't know
that
anything
particular-
specific. We were all pretty happy, but I remember being specifically happy because he just took he took a lot of negative words because he never got to win, and it was nice to kind of get that. He can win, obviously. It's just hockey's a team sport, and sometimes it doesn't happen.
What can you? Go ahead.
Coming over from Tampa, was it hard or easy to assimilate into this group here?
For me, it went very easy and well. I knew Blakey and Patty and a couple guys. It went well, and then Todd was his first year here. And anytime you're a new player, if you play, that helps. And he played me a lot, and we had a very good team. That first year was a President Trophy team. That might be the best team I've ever been on. And having been a Stanley Cup winner, which is obviously a tremendous team, you got to peak at the right time. But I think that team in 08, I believe my first year, might have been the best team I was on. But you got to be there for the whole 9 months.
That was a great Anaheim team too. I mean,
We got swept. I remember the series. Unfortunately, we got swept in Anaheim, and I think the goalie, I believe, might have stolen the series. But shit, that happens, man. But that was as good of a team as I've been on, and I've been on some good ones.
Was that kind of the difference in the series, that the Hiller there?
Probably. Obviously, it was a long time ago. I'm trying to forget about it, but thank you for bringing it up. I brought it up, but
You look at Joe and just his impact, on the ice with people in the room. But
Yeah.
what is his connection to the city? What did you see as a teammate of his, and just how much the city gravitated to him?
yeah, well, he's an easy guy to like, and he takes care of the young guys, which I think is behind the scenes. What Joe did for this city is it put the city on the map and the team on the map, and it got guys to come here. Rob Blake comes here because Joe's probably here. I'll put myself in an adjacent category. But I came here because Patty and Joe were here. So having those two guys here allowed other players or made other players want to come here because you're in good company. So players want to win. And you have the right guys with a guy like Joe that you're going to have a chance.
You said you missed the last time. Is there anybody here that you were particularly like when you saw who was coming? Wow, I haven't seen him in a while. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
I hadn't seen Doug Murray. He was obviously my D partner for many years. I hadn't seen him for years. So he was my boy on and off the ice, and he was probably the guy that I was very, very happy to see.
Reunion tonight?
Reunion tonight and tomorrow. I actually live in Los Gatos, but I'm spending the weekend
Oh, I mean
with Murray on the ice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant off the ice. But both. Yeah, I'm getting a hotel on the weekend, even though I live locally. So that tells you all you need to know. But yes, we are reunited on the ice today.
I like where your head's at, though.
Yeah.
How unfair did you think it was? You've won a Stanley Cup. You mentioned the flack that Jumbo got
Yeah.
maybe nationally because of that.
Yeah,
How unfair was that?
I think it's unfair. I think it's a team sport. I think there are certain sports where if you have the top guy and you just surround him with a couple players, you got a good pitcher or an ace pitcher, and you can get it done. But in hockey, you can be the best player in the league, and if you don't have the right group around, you can't get it done. We obviously were close for the most of the years I was here, but yeah, that's not a knock on Joe. That's just life in the NHL. You can be the best player and dominate, and unfortunately play 20 years and not win. So I think that's, you know, that's not a knock on him. That's just the game of hockey.
Living locally here, what do you think of the job Mike has done here, just to try to retool things?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching. It's been rough. It's been tough to watch. I figured it was a 5-year plan 2.5 years ago, so I still think there's ways to go. But obviously, they got some blue chip prospects, and you never want to draft first overall because it means you had a bad year. But obviously, the celebrating kid looks pretty solid so far. I didn't see him play in college, but I'm impressed with what I see, and I think that's what this team needs. Is you need a couple players that are going to take over a game. I haven't seen that, and he looks like he can be that type of player where on a bad night where you're not supposed to win a hockey game, you have one guy that can go do something, make it a win on a night you probably shouldn't be winning the game.
Would you like to play in this area? You see like Quinn Hughes and
Yeah, I mean, I certainly played in the clutch and grab in a little more physical era, and yeah, there's days where I'm like, it'd be nice to go out here and wheel around for 31 minutes and not get hit. But yeah, that's just. I was very fortunate to play as long as I did, for sure.
You talk about how Jumbo took care of the young guys.
Yeah.
Does this surprise you at all that he took in Macklin?
No, and Tabea too. Obviously, she for people to take somebody into their home, I think it speaks for her as well. And no, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
He was always good to the young guys, and obviously they look up to him, and that wasn't surprising at all.
Knowing Joe, what's Macklin got in store for him, having Jumbo as his roommate?
Oh boy. Well, there's stuff that he's not going to want to see, but no, I think he's in good hands, and I think it'll be a good learning experience for him.
Okay, thanks, bud.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks, Dan.
thank you guys. I wasn't expecting that.